Oh, casino. Oh, casino. Oh, casino. Oh, casino. Oh, casino. Let's play some Outlaw Run, baby. Play some Outlaw Run while people get here. Yes. Let's go. Outlaw Run. Let's go, baby. We're gonna learn this dang minigame. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Everyone chill out, whoa! Whoa, everyone chill out. Okay, here we go. Everyone chill out, just hit the people, okay? Just hit them. Oh boy. Oh boy. Kabloom, kabloom, kablow. Boom, dead. All the people are dead. Here we go. Look at me go. Look at us go. We are doing the Outlaw Run. Just waiting for a couple more people to show up. Then we start playing the actual game. But for now, we're just going to run over people and do it very poorly, apparently. So that's who I am. I'm very bad at this. Here we go. Hello, one person watching, two people watching. Hello. You are faceless, nameless entities to me at the current moment. Hello. You are still welcome nonetheless. No, I missed the time! Oh, I'm so bad at this. Oh, I'm so bad at this. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, I don't care, virus protection. Go away. I understand that my computer's corrupted. It's fine. It's whatever. Give me another opportunity for more time. 3 people here. What the freak are you all doing? How long? Dang it, I missed more time. I'm so bad at this. Look how bad I am. Only got 130 coins. Yeah, I will, Gothic. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm gonna try one more time. Try one more time. It's just it's the wiggling. It's the going back and forth that confuses me, you know? It's when I speed up, and then it takes longer to move. I'm just saving up some money. Because you know what? Darn it, I want some. I may grind for coins off screen. Like off stream, I might do that. Before the next chapter starts. Because darn it, man, I want to get one of those love hotel seats. I know they're not that exciting, but... yeah, that's the only reasonable way to earn coins, I know. That's what you guys were saying. So, that's what I'm going to do. When Chapter 4 opens up, and I hopefully have more difficulties available to me, I'm going to do it off screen. Why does that miss? Sometimes the hitbox is very forgiving, and sometimes it's not. Either way, I'm dumb, I know that, but... sorry, I was looking at the notification on my phone. Sorry. I did that. Sorry. That was my fault. My fault. No! Missed them all. I'm so bad. Oh my goodness. No, my gosh. Why am I so bad at this game? It's these turning. It's the turning radius that gets me. Okay, we're not going to miss mono this time. We are going to get hit by a car, but we're not going to miss mono. We're going to get that time bonus, dang it. I don't know if it'll even show up. I think those kind of show up, depending on how well I do up until then. So I may have missed it again, but... oh, give it to me. Give me more time. Yes. That didn't give me more time. Why did I get? Did I give me more time? That did not give me a lot of more time. All right, go. Just plow through them all. Oh man. All right, 2 is enough for now. You're here, Gothic. Someone else is here. They aren't showing their name, but they're here. I got some money. I will go, and I will do this darn investigation. Our girl is dead. Good riddance. She was crazy. She was crazy and leading people on a cult. On a little cult thing. I didn't like it. Good riddance. We're gonna go figure out who killed her, although I think I already know, because I'm pretty sure it was the one that got spoiled at the end of the last time we did this. Which sucks, but oh well. Continue. Yes, let's continue. So Angie's dead. The investigation has started. My throat is killing me. I'm going to not talk as much as I usually do. Probably won't read inner thoughts because my throat is just so freaking shot right now. So I apologize for that, but oh well, she was stabbed in the back of the neck. That's all we know so far. So clean out the room. Everything go away. Everything leave my presence. Okay, that should be good. Let's just see what we can look at, shall we? We can talk to people, we can't look at the weird bodies, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's get the talking out of the way, shall we?
Hey.
I just want to confirm something. When we got to this lab, you're sure that this front door is locked?
Okay.
Yes, I'm positive. I grabbed the knob and tried to turn it. Click, 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 click. It really is locked.
I knew.
The front entrance was locked until Kokichi picked the lock to open. Yes, he picked a lock. Thank you for repeating this. So he picked this cylinder lock open.
Hey.
I think anyone else could have opened the lock besides him.
That's true.
It would have been impossible from outside. Monocubs took the key. Unless someone else knows how to pick the lock, you ding-dong. Only one key, and then he ate the key, right? Happened. Yes, he ate the key. He ate it! Well, clearly someone else could get in and lock it from the outside. So Kokichi's the only one who could have opened or closed the door from the outside, right? Correct. Only Kokichi would have been able to open and close the door from outside. Is she my Kyoko of this investigation? I love it if she is. Because this game we've had kind of a different one every time. Shuichi was our Kyoko when we were Kaide. Then we had Kaito in the last one. Then we had Maki. I love it. I love it. But someone inside could have opened and closed them, so please.
Huh?
So the front door was locked from inside.
No.
Not necessarily. I'm just thinking of possibilities. In that case, the question becomes how a person who locked the doors got out. How the culprit got out of the classroom after locking the doors. Okay, that was the front door.
Why?
A murder at nighttime. Strange. Impossible.
Why?
Why do you think that?
Right.
Because student council made a rule that we know can be outside during nighttime. Everyone should have been asleep. No way murder could have happened at nighttime.
Ew.
Do you really think that everyone would go along with that?
But...
It had Tua's rule. Angie said he'd punish us if we not follow his rules. But the student council wasn't included in that, correct? They could do what they wanted. Angie was also working here. She was?
But...
No, wait. Student council would never break own rules.
Right.
They should have been asleep in their own rooms to set good example to others. Maybe Angie got attacked while she sleep in her room and she'd get brought here.
Gonta, idiot.
So, Gonta could have said, Gonta, no, stop. You sweet child, stop. Gonta could have saved her if Gonta only saw. But Gonta was sleeping. Sorry, Angie. Gonta no could save you. I find it hard to believe that no one went outside in spite of the student council rule. Okay, that wasn't really much. Alright, let's talk to the one that's gonna ruin my throat. Here we go.
I'm not sure if it's okay to say this or not, but could Tenko be the culprit?
Huh?
Tanko.
It's not like I have proof or anything, but earlier I heard Himiko saying Tenko was trying to betray the student council.
No.
So you suspect Tanko?
Actually.
Because as a member of the student council, she would have been allowed into this lab.
Oh, yeah.
That's right, Angie did allow members of the student council to enter.
Oh.
Yeah, Angie had been shut away here working on the ritual by herself since yesterday. She said she would only unlock the door if she heard a student council member's voice.
That's true.
That would certainly point to Tanko. She did betray the student council after all. But it points to any of the student council people.
No.
It's not that I want to suspect Tenko, but since only student council members would have been let in here.
But Angie only let in student council. Ryota, Kibo, Himiko, Tenko, and Saluki. Of that group, Tenko is certainly the most suspicious. Is she? Is she the most suspicious? I don't know if I believe that. Smoothie's account. Screw Smoothie's account. She thinks my girl killed her. Ain't about that. This busty brainy beauty has this all figured out.
Huh?
I mean, you know who the culprit is?
What was that?
The culprit, F that.
Hey.
Shuichi, do we really have the time to be listening to her?
Wait.
Wait, are you just gonna ignore my genius idea? Just listen to me, okay? Come on, listen to me. Listen.
Okay.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna twist my arm, then I'll tell you. You better thank me for this.
You know.
I know y'all are dumber than fleas, but even you get how weird these wax dolls are, right? They are strange. Are they for the ritual or another
Well
purpose?
then.
I figured it out with just one glance. These are diversions.
Could it be?
Diversions.
Listen.
The culprit uses these oh,
Got a minute?
good grief. Wax dolls to distract us from something. What do you mean by that?
What?
How should I know? Isn't that Sherlock Homo's job? Sherlock Homo. She talking about me?
I knew it.
You're a waste of time. Maki turned to walk away. I can't say I blame her.
What was that?
What's her problem? She on the rag or something?
Hmm.
Angie made these wax dolls, huh? The resemblance is pretty uncanny. They say the devil's in the details, you know? Let's just see how detailed these really are. Hey! You tried to look up the wax figure's skirt.
Hey!
What are you doing? Stop that! I just want to see if this doll was wearing pants. Not reading that line.
Ha! Fucking virgin.
Oh, not. Oh. I'm starting to agree with Maki. Talking to Mew is a waste of time, even though I just spent the entire chapter doing it with her free time events. Great, I got nothing from that. Cool. Back door. Where's the last back door?
Is this?
There's a sliding lock. It's still locked.
That's true.
Because no one has used the door since we came in here. I believe Angie locked the door and she came in. It's been locked ever
Hey.
since. Oh, wait, what's this? There's something golden shiny on the top of the sliding lock. Golden shiny, could it be
Is
that
that all right?
sword? Maki, may I see it for a minute? I want to try moving the
So
slide.
what?
You want to unlock it? Go ahead, do what you want. Really touch the knob of the lock with the gold parts. Lock the lid, lock open. Play.
Okay.
As I suspected, this lock will slide without much effort. Click. Whether you lock or unlock it. This could be an important clue. So they used the sword to lock the door or something? I guess. Still, it's strange that the front door and back door are different locks. The front door that we came in from has a cylinder lock. The rear door over there has a sliding lock. But by the time we discovered the body, both doors were locked.
Is this?
In other words, this is what you might call a locked ring mystery, right? Locked.
You're right.
Yeah, the cylinder lock's keys was taken by monocuts. So both doors could only be locked from inside. I'm actually going to check my phone really quick, sorry. Hold on. It's something to look at, hold on. Okay, cool. Ryan's not here, he has a dorm meeting. That's what I was gonna check. He said he'll be with us in a bit. Only if you realize Kokichi's lockpicking, right? We could have picked the cylinder lock on the front door and go in and out of the lab. So we could have created this locked room mystery. Possible that he locked the door from the outside by picking it after he killed it. Can you can you pick a lock to lock? I thought you could only pick it to unlock.
If I remember correctly.
That's true.
That's right.
Oh, I'm sorry. My throat, my whole, like, everything from the back of my nose to, like, my throat is super just sore right now, so I apologize if I make gross noises. Also, you appeared in oddly convenient. We tried to enter the lab ourselves.
I knew it.
He's clearly suspicious. Can you hear me okay? I'm kind of, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. My voice is very shot, so you probably cannot hear me very well. I'll turn it up to 0. Is that 0? I'll turn it up to about there. Is that better? That should be better. It's not, yeah, the mic's not quiet, I'm quiet. I'm just sick, so I can't talk very loud. It is suspicious, but that solution seems a little too convenient. Kokichi's lockpicking's been added to the truth bullet section of Danganronpa. It's fine now, cool. Alright, what front door we got? Oh, no, okay, never mind. And she's dead. She's dead, let's look at her. She's lying face down in the middle of the room.
What's wrong?
You going to take a closer look?
Okay.
Yes, I was planning to.
Got a minute?
Then let's hurry up and do it. We can't afford to waste any time here. She didn't hesitate. She stepped past me and walked over to the body. She has no problem with dead bodies. She is the ultimate assassin. What I do like, though, is that my congestion is kind of playing into Shuichi's voice. And if you recall, I don't know if you were around for the last investigation of Gothic or if you watched it, but I kind of played into his, like, Kokichi, the whole investigation. I think that's what we're gonna roll with. I think that's the plan for now, is investigations, I'll give him a stupid voice. Because, gosh darn it, I can't be bothered. But, after that, we will do the things correctly. But my actual congestion is playing into it very well right now. Alright, let's look at the book and then her body. Let's look at the Necronomicon. Ah, this book! Yeah, I'm not reading this. It's a flashback.
I knew it.
This was the motive, the Necronomicon.
Hey,
Okay.
And you tried to perform the ritual written in this book, right? That's what she said. Yes, if we look at this book, we should learn the steps of the ritual she was trying to perform. Let's take a look. Oh, good grief. Okay, let's not... Okay. 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 Great, cool. Great. Okay. The Necronomicon Resurrection Ritual. Prepare an effigy of the dead soul you wish to contact. Everyone may participate. Size and shape of the effigy is irrelevant. Make it out of whatever materials you wish. If it's not obvious who the effigy is supposed to be, label it with the name of the deceased. After preparing the effigy, burn this Necronomicon to ashes. Use caution. Be careful of carbon monoxide poisoning. Sprinkle the ashes of the effigy. Repeat the name of the deceased 3 times. And close your eyes and wait. After a while, you should feel a light tap on your back. And so that means the ritual is a success. The ashes are only good for one use. The ritual can only be performed once, so use it wisely. So these are the steps for the resurrection ritual.
This is stupid.
Angie really believed in this crap. Pretty obvious that you wouldn't be able to resurrect anyone like this. Under normal circumstances, I'm sure that's true. In this place, I don't think we can rule anything out. Necronomicon! Sounds like a really bad convention. It's not a fun time. Oh, there's a sword in Kaide. I did not see that before. Blood dripping from Angie's head. Put in the amount of coup file, she sustained a stab wound to the back of the neck, which just oof. No thank you, sir. Stabbed in the back of the neck, not a fun way to go. As well as a laceration on her forehead. The killing blow was a single stab to the back of the neck, a sneak attack most likely.
Well,
What do you make of this wound on her forehead? Maybe the culprit hit her in the head before stabbing her from behind.
but
The 2 wounds are substantially different. Did the culprit change weapons mid-attack?
Oh yeah.
I suppose that would be unnecessary.
Remember.
Also, the wound on her forehead looks deep. It's not bleeding much. What is going on with these two wounds?
I can't even see it because her bangs are in the way, but that's fine. Huh?
Huh?
What's wrong, Maki?
Got a minute?
Move.
Maki pushed me aside and lifted up Angie's body by the shoulder.
Is this...
What's this doing crumpled underneath your body?
What is it?
This is duct tape, right? What's duct tape doing here? With her hair on it.
I don't know, but it must be related to the case. Look, their hair's stuck to the tape. Long hair. It's Angie's, right? Duct tape with Angie's hair on it. What could that mean?
But
I'm surprised you spotted this, Maki. It was hidden under her
So
body.
what?
It was partially visible. As a detective, you should have noticed it before I did.
okay.
Ah, well, that's true.
Well, even so, I guess you're still getting used to being around dead bodies. What is this sprite she's doing? Why does she look so pretty? I haven't seen this sprite before. That's a cool one.
So don't beat yourself up over it.
Okay.
Well then, it's a good thing you're used to corpses, Maki, am I right?
Do you want to die?
Sorry.
Are you joking? I couldn't resist.
Got a minute?
You don't need to apologize. I was joking too.
That didn't sound like a joke, though.
Welp. Homegirls be dead. Let's start with Ryoma's wax doll.
Four effigies hung upside down made the scene particularly eerie. Ropes are dangling from the exposed beams on the ceiling.
If I remember correctly.
Angie made all of these wax figures.
Hey,
Is this rope from the warehouse?
You're right.
I believe so, and that means they won't be much of a clue. Anyone could have gone and gotten these ropes.
Maybe the student council should have blocked the warehouse instead of the manhole.
The warehouse does contain plenty of things abused for murder. Anyway, I know these effigies are just wax, but it still creeps me out.
that's true.
Effigies look exactly like real people, not just their faces, but their bodies too.
The ultimate artist certainly was talented.
By the way,
Why is this effigy hanging upside down? Is this part of the ritual? It's not explained in the case. Why do they even do it? Okay, don't answer that, but that is interesting. I'm sure there's a reason why they hung them. I just mean like it's not explained how they did. It's pretty impressive, yeah.
I'm not sure. There's a sword through Kaide's boob, which is a little weird. But I don't know.
what is it?
If not, then why is it like this? Who would go out of their way to hang a wax effigy?
Right, if they're gonna do this much work, there must be some reason for it. What could it be? Who would do this? A culprit, Angie, or someone else entirely? Effigies hung upside down.
Is this gonna be the same thing? Okay, yeah, same thing. Alright, let's look at the katana.
A katana stabbed into Kaide's wax effigy. Right in the boob!
Damn it!
Who did this? And why?
Got a minute?
My voice is so shot, I apologize for how stupid he's gonna sound this stream. Let me see.
Maki nudged me aside, then gripped the katana and pulled it out of the effigy.
Ah,
Oh wait, this is a crime scene, you
What
can't...
is it?
You wanted to check the katana, right? Well, you can't do that if you don't pull it out.
because.
Yeah, true, but we have to preserve the scene. Maki paid no mind to my protest and stared at the katana for a while.
It fits Shuichi perfectly. I feel bad though, because he's nice. He's a cool guy. I don't want to make him sound stupid.
Is this...
It's a real katana, but there's a gold leaf on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe that was the one that was on display in the Ultimate Anthropologist lab. How convenient!
Is that so?
Okay.
We can probably assume that this is the murder weapon, judging from the bloodstains on the pit. The edge is too rusty to cut well, but it would be enough to stab.
But
Why would they go through the effort of using this as the murder weapon?
That's true.
Good question. They could have gone to my lab and grabbed a more suitable weapon.
Could it be?
Perhaps it's because Kyo's lab is on the same floor, they just grabbed something close by, or because it was him, he killed him, the end! I don't know, we'll see. It may have been in a hurry. Or maybe they needed a long weapon like this.
Huh?
Long weapon?
Okay.
My lab doesn't contain swords or any other weapons of this length.
Huh?
Really?
That's true.
I'm not sure how Monokuma found out, but he must know I don't use swords for work. Well, I guess that'd be kind of implied, because assassination is supposed to be, like, in the shadows, sneaky, you know? With guns and, like, knives and stuff. Although I guess a chainsaw is not really sneaky, but, yeah, whatever. When I first started working, I botched a mission using a katana. I haven't used a sword since, which is fine, because they're a hassle to carry anyway. Oh, do I want to know more about that? I don't know. Suppose everyone's lab is suited to them personally, just like Angie's was. I think the longest was like a chainsaw. And there were some decently sized knives, but there was no swords. I remember that. Because there was a wall of guns, there were some darts, chainsaws. All that is mirrored from what I just did in this base camp, but yeah, whatever. How do they know all this? Anyway, the gold leaf on this katana flakes off easily. It's all over my hand now.
Okay.
It's pretty old for gold leaf to flake off that
You got a
easily.
minute?
Why didn't you say so earlier? My hands are all sticky now. I'll have to wash them later.
Magi scolded me and stood in front of Kaide's effigy.
Hey,
I'm gonna put the katana back where we found it. It's too hard to watch. Look away.
Okay.
Thank you. She stabbed her in the boob! Averted I don't know why I found that so funny. I averted my gaze and Maki stabbed the katana back into her boob!
by the way,
And so, why was a weapon stabbed into the wax effigy? A hanging wax effigy, no less. Was it part of the ritual, or was the culprit trying to hide the murder weapon?
Perhaps they had no intention of hiding it. They didn't even wipe off the blood. Besides, I'm certain there are better ways to hide the murder weapon than this.
what are you talking about?
And what's the reason for this?
That's.
I honestly have no idea.
Well,
We should investigate where this weapon came from. We might find a clue there.
Okay.
Go to an anthropologist lab. Yes, let's do that. I want to make sure the Katsuna indeed came from that room. Gold leaf Katana.
Cool, we're done.
Yeah, but freaking
There's not. What do you want?
by the way,
Yes, I
that's
understand.
right.
Okay.
That's true.
Yes, this is what we already did.
Knew it.
Okay, cool. So what am I forgetting? What am I forgetting? Is there something I'm not seeing? Should I look at this monitor? I already did the back door. So maybe now they'll let me do the front door, maybe? Okay, no. Maybe I do have to look at all the freaking... I don't know. The pool of blood, I forgot that. Okay, cool.
A small pool of blood has emanated from Angie's torso. It can't be from her forehead. Blood is from the back of her neck.
Is this?
Blood is dry. It's been spilled a few hours before Angie was killed, maybe more. Oh! Okay.
Fits the 2 a.m. time of death listed in the Monokuma file.
Oh, never mind.
Angie's body appears to be exactly the same as described in the Monokuma file. There were several clues that caught my attention, but I can't draw any conclusions yet. If we think about all the evidence in combination, that might tell us something. Let's continue the investigation for now. Maki, what's wrong?
So what?
It's not that important, but look up kill sheets. The only time you're reliable is when you're investigating a crime scene.
That's supposed to be a compliment.
Like I'd know.
Who knows? You're certainly more reliable than Kaido, at least. That guy is useless.
Anyway, let's continue. Stop making fun of my bro.
Got a minute?
Is this really the time to rest? I don't think we found enough clues yet. We don't know how much time we have left to investigate, so we need to hurry up.
You're right.
You're right. First, we should investigate the ultimate
Anthropologist lab. Not anthropologists. Just anthropologist lab. You don't see it, or you just still can't believe that you didn't see it? Well, because Ryan posted it on Reddit. Not a single person in that thread was like, yeah, guys, I saw this. No one saw it. I was the only person that's seen it. I'm shocked at how many people haven't seen that. Like, I'm legitimately astounded at how many people did not see that.
I may find a clue related to the katana.
I mean, it clearly must not be that obvious if I'm the only one that saw it, but...
That's true.
I need to check if the katana really did come from that place.
Nothing wrong, Maki.
By the way,
It just occurred to me, why am I acting like your partner? Because you're cute! I need a cute girl partner! That's what I've had every other game. It's fine, just don't get used to it.
Not as if I asked you, but it's fine by me. It's true that Maki's a tremendous help to me. Okay, let's leave.
Yes, let's go investigate the ultimate anthropologist lab. I do see the invisible sandwich version, and that kind of messed me up, because now that's all I see. I still want to know what this is for. I'm sure this is just another room that's going to open up, but I don't like it. Creeps. It's the creeps. Without the music, it's not quite as bad, but oof. Hi, Corkio. How you doing, boy? He's not here.
Believe katana is from right there.
There's a freaking folded cloth. Let me smack what I can and get it out of my face.
Everything, be gone. Be gone, give me all the coins. Hello, Ryan. I'm ill, so I'm gonna be talking like this for Shuichi all stream. Deal with it.
But also, hello. How was your meeting?
Alright, let's look at everything. Bookshelves. Let's look at the bookshelf. I can't look at the bookshelf. Let me look at the bookshelf.
Okay, fine. We'll look at the cat and, jeez.
It's just the sheath. Earlier, the katana was inside the sheath. Rocky, the gold leaf katana definitely came from here. I'm certain of it.
that's true.
Doesn't this make Kyo suspicious? This is his research lab, after all.
No.
Basically just told us when to leave. Okay, that's fair.
That's true.
Are you going home for the summer, Ryan? Or are you hanging out at college?
Not necessarily. Anyone could come in here and take it.
Fair enough. Anyone could have done the same with my lab, too.
Gold leaf katana.
Oh, you have to?
Oh?
What are you guys doing here?
Ew.
What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be helping with the seance? If you could, you would definitely go home. That's fair. I'm kind of the exact opposite, where I'm like, I don't have to, I'm not gonna. I'll go home for winter break, that's about it. Like, so disgusted right now. Then again, I guess that is your signature look.
Anyway,
I forgot to bring something we need for the seance, so I came back to get it.
Huh?
Something for the seance?
Yeah.
Yeah, that white sheet over there. Gosh darn it. We brought the wooden dog statue in the cage already, but I guess we need that sheet, too.
What is it?
I don't get it. Why do you guys need a cage, a wooden dog statue, and a white sheet? Don't ask me. I don't know why you need that stuff either.
so that means...
That's why I figured I'd do a little research on this seance before I got the sheet.
Huh?
Study. Oh, let's see. Kichi took a look around, and I heard it was like some old handmade book. Oh, is this it?
Yeah.
It says Cage Dog Village right here on the cover, so this must be it.
Hmm.
Let's see, what does it say about the Caged Child seance?
Kichi flipped through the old book he picked up.
Oh, it's this page. It's hard to read, but oh gosh, I keep skipping things.
Yeah.
Caged Child is not in chair. Yeah, Kyo's drawing the same magic circle as the one in this picture. Let's see, in order to perform the Caged Child, you need 5 people, including the spirit medium, and a dark place with no light.
If I remember correctly...
Just like Kyo said.
First, draw the magic circle passed down from the caged dog village on the ground. In the center of the circle, the spirit medium must kneel, curl like a turtle, and rest their forehead on a stone in the ground. Afterward, the other 4 participants must put the iron cage over the spirit medium, cover it with a white sheet. And finally, the dog god must be placed on top of the cage.
See.
Also, it says we can't step on the magic circle during the preparations.
The dog god? Do you mean the wooden statue?
Yeah.
No, I mean the palindrome. Because you can read it the same form of okay. The preparations are complete. Turn out all the lights to create complete darkness. The seance will begin when the 4 participants are each standing at a corner of the room. 4 participants, not including the spirit medium, will sing Caged Child song. After the song asks, "Is the caged child?" then say the name of the spirit. The spirit medium will reply in the voice of the summoned spirit. And that's all it says. Sounds complicated.
But.
Complicated plans have a better chance of working out in the end, wouldn't you say?
Whether it works or not, Kyo's been wanting to conduct this seance for a while. He's a pretty creepy dude.
Since I was fortunate... Okay, I'm not gonna freaking... It's whatever. It's whatever. I'm not gonna freaking read it all. Like,
Right?
oh yeah, he said he memorized every word of it, too. Even the guy tomorrow studying abroad, that would be so cool. That would be super duper cool. That's something that I'd like to do, but don't really have money for. And wouldn't really need to. So, I'll just go take a vacation later or something, I don't know. That's probably why he left a book here, because he can conduct the seance without it.
But.
Is it even possible contacting Angie's ghost?
If you're so curious, why don't you join us, Shuichi?
Huh?
Well,
You should see how it plays out with your own eyes.
See?
There's still time, you know. The seance hasn't even started yet.
That's true.
Maybe it's better if you join them. Yes, that's what I wanted to do. Ooh, that would be super fun. Going to Japan, that'd be super cool.
Huh?
You think so?
I don't understand.
Well, I'm not going. I don't believe in seances. Whether you believe or not, as a detective, you should be there to observe what happens.
As a detective, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Now you're talking.
All right.
I'll be waiting for you. One of the 3 empty rooms, we're in the middle one.
Kokichi spoke as though he's invited me to go play, then left the room. Caged Child's been added on a bullet section of her truth pad. I really like the part where my mouse lags really badly. That's my favorite. I love it. Oh, better than old. No time to read now, though. Got places to be. Yeah, they needed to perform the seance.
Hey,
You deal with the seance. I'll head back to the crime scene to re-examine the clues.
Okay, but what if... can I make out with you first a little bit, though? Would that be okay? I'm really lonely. I miss Kaide, and seeing you stab her in the boob, like, was a little unfortunate. Kind of hurt my feelings.
I am very tired. Let me tell you all. I am sick and tired, quite literally. Well, let's go have a scenes.
I would have stabbed her in the boob.
Hello.
So, Kokichi tells me you wish to participate in the seance as well, Shuichi. You are most welcome to join us.
Oh.
Is what I would like to say, however only 5, including the spiritual medium, may join.
Oh,
Oh
man.
man, what a shame. Well, Kibo, you're out.
Me?
Why me?
Hmm.
I agree with Kokichi. I was thinking this for a while.
Listen up.
Robots and seances don't mix. Like toothpaste and orange juice. Am I the next victim? Am I dying?
I'm gonna die from,
I don't know. I was gonna make a joke about having a girlfriend, but it doesn't work. I'm sick. I'm very sick and I can't think. Something, love, something, this and that. I don't know. I'll show you guys pictures later.
You see,
To be honest, I had the same thought.
Your help was appreciated, Kibo.
Why you?
Don't any of you feel guilty for kicking me out after forcing me to come? That's why we're apologizing.
Mock me.
No one has apologized yet. No, like, you know what I mean. Shh. Ryan, respect my girlfriend. Darn it.
Oh man.
Fine, our bad. Just don't get mad at us and start shooting electromagnetic waves at us.
How rude.
Why would I do that?
Stop it.
I'm whining, Kibo. I want to start this seance as soon as possible.
Fine, but I won't forget this betrayal, Shuichi. Her name, shut up. I'll show you. She's a real person. She really exists. She's the one that streamed Smash with me the one time. It was chaos, and my sister was calling. I was talking to my siblings, playing Smash online with him, you guys, and her. It was very complicated. You'll see. Her name was Priscilla. Yeah. What did I do?
So then.
So now Shuichi has joined us. First, some warnings.
Do you
Do
understand?
not enter the magic circle that I've drawn on the floor. It is drawn with purifying salt, so it is easily disturbed when stepped upon.
Use magic circle with salt? That's pretty weird.
That's correct.
I always use salt for magic circles. It makes seances more likely to succeed.
Well then.
Also, it's dark in here, so be sure to watch your step. If the magic circle is broken, not only will the seance fail.
How terrifying.
It might count as a CG. Okay, we'll see. I don't really care. Whatever.
It may also unleash a curse.
Okay.
Got it, I'll be careful. I'm surprised you were able to draw this without even looking at the picture.
Do not worry.
I have the entire document memorized, so this magic circle should be perfect. Of course, I also have the caged child's song memorized. You must do the same.
Do you understand?
Copy the words to the song down here. Please commit it to memory. Everyone else has already memorized it. After all, you'll be unable to read in the dark.
Huh?
You can memorize the lyrics now.
Oh.
You're a detective, so I expect your memory to be up to the task. Here is the melody.
Is he gonna sing? Wow. I was like, I really am ready for him to sing.
I listened to Kyo sing the song and did my best to memorize the melody and lyrics.
Okay.
Alright, I think I've got it now. It goes like this. Oh, the dog in the cage, it's so evil. Please don't kill me with your major teeth. I don't wanna die, please don't be a ghost. But if you could talk to us, that'd help us out the most.
That's the whole Caged Child song. Everyone remember it. I've sung it for you right now.
Your memory is extraordinary. You are indeed the ultimate detective. No, I'm the ultimate caged dog singer. Gosh darn it.
To shower with his clothes on, refuses to shop at Walmart. Both of them are probably true.
Well then.
Let us begin the ritual right away.
How exciting!
Yay, we finally get to see
So
Angie.
then.
For that, let's choose a spiritual medium. It would work best with a girl. Then I'll do it. I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in.
No.
I'll do it. Because if you're the spirit medium, you won't be able to talk to Angie.
That's right.
You want to talk to Angie, right? Then I'll be the spirit medium. She's such a good person. Everyone be hating on Tango. She's such a good girl. Look at her. That way you can say goodbye to her. After you finish your saying your goodbyes, keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else. Tango.
By the way.
Tango's throwing out a lot of death flags, though. I feel like she's gonna die in the upcoming chapters, and I don't like that. She's having a character arc. That's never a good thing in Danganronpa. Rarely is it a good thing, I should say. Fuyuhiko had a pretty good character arc. Rarely is it a good thing. Expressing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed at all. If you feel like crying when you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. mean, laughing makes you feel better, too. And venting your anger onto something can really cheer you up. Again, I repeat, Tango, you can vent your anger out on me all you want. Byakuya sort of had one, but it took a long time to fully come to fruition. In the first game, he did have a arc where he was like, fine, I will work with you guys. It just wasn't as strong as I feel Fuyuhiko's was. Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger, Himiko. I think you've trained too much. You're probably right. Seems like the two of them made up. That's good. Then they started making out. Oh.
So then...
Oh my gosh, my nose hurts. Yeah.
Oh, now that we've decided on a spiritual medium, let us begin.
Yes!
Right, Himiko, I'll see you later.
Now, I would like the spirit medium Tenko to sit within the center circle.
Now, here's what I'm gonna say, okay? I'm about to throw Tenko in a cage. Not really my thing, but I'm with it.
Please be sure to walk on the path, so as not to disturb the magic circle.
Some characters just get cut. Shut up. You guys are rude. Some characters have misinterpreted arcs, cries in Sayaka.
Make sure you watch your steps since it's so dark in here. Next, you must be as a turtle within that circle. Please rest your forehead upon this stone marker I've placed here.
It's just a stone I brought from the courtyard. Are you sure it'll work?
Certainly. It is merely needed as a marker for her forehead to rest upon. Like this?
Ooh, honey. Okay. This is an okay. Rude. Rude, Gothic. Rude. This is an interesting, angle.
This may be uncomfortable, but please endure it until the seance is complete. Whatever you do, you mustn't raise your head or change positions.
Yes, ma'am. Oh gosh, what did she say?
Piece of cake! I have 5-star flexibility! So then...
Starting now, the rest of us must go to work. There are many things left to be done.
Let's see.
First, we must place this iron cage atop Tenko. We shall leave that to Shuichi and Kokichi. And please keep in mind, walk carefully as not to disturb the magic circle. Yeah. Okay, but you can count on me. I may not look like it, but I'm actually super duper strong.
Age her now.
I shouldn't have lied. I'm way too weak for this kind of stuff.
That's a mood, though. Kokichi, that's a mood, man.
It's made of iron. No wonder it's heavy.
Hold on! Don't just drop it on top of me!
I know. It wouldn't be very funny if a body discovery announcement happened during this.
Is it bad that I'm like half thinking she is gonna die during this?
Please don't jinx us!
I'm tired. So, next, we cover the basket with a white cloth, right?
I shall take that role.
Oh, he appeared. Cool.
All right. Everything is prepared. Tenko, how are you doing? Well, I can only see the floor from this position, but I think I'm fine. The final step is to place the wooden statue of
So
the
she ain't
dog
getting
on
out,
top of the
basically.
cage.
It's a big old
Four of
heavy
us will need
statue.
to do this together. The statue is quite heavy.
You can't freak. Okay. No way. I'm sorry. There's no way they walked through that narrow path all carrying the thing. Himiko, you're stepping on the. Oh, you're stepping on the salt, Himiko. You've ruined everything. I mean, so is Orc. But
Even with 4 people, it's still really heavy.
Oh my gosh, why'd I have this job? Why couldn't I just stab Kaede in the boob?
Holy crap, this weighs a ton!
No, it is not much more than 175 pounds.
yeah, look at her. She's straight up stepping on the entire circle. Both feet on that circle. Oh, she's not awful. Everyone shush.
I'm totally wiped.
I could have used my magic to carry it easily, but seances and magic don't mix.
Are you sure it's okay put something so heavy on top of the cage?
The iron cage was made specifically for seances.
I think her concern is
So it
more
can
that the
hold
cage
its
can't
weight.
open.
Okay. I guess that's fine then.
If she dies, I swear to you all, if she dies during this,
Let us exit the magic circle. Take care to avoid disturbing it.
it's. I was about to do this whole bit where I zoomed in on the feet that she's clearly putting on the circle and clearly disturbing, but I don't have time for that. I gotta take a final tonight. I'm not super worried about it. If I get a B on the final, I get a B plus in the class, which is kind of my goal. But you know,
This is the point of no return, Tango. After this point, you mustn't speak.
well, Gothic, I don't know if you've heard, but once I finish this series, I've talked about it a ton, so you've probably heard. But once I finish the series, I'm gonna do a stream exclusively of just my tier list, explaining my thought process, and then I'll make it into a YouTube video after that. But that's a plan. So.
Next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you.
Got it.
Understood. I will not say a word until the seance is over. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Okay, everyone, I'll see you guys after the seance.
Well then,
The rest of us shall move to the corners of the room. Please go to one of your choosing.
Yeah, I have one of my finals is just a project that to do by tomorrow, but the project is like literally just making 3 posts and including photos, and if I do that, those 3 posts and the photo is like 35 out of 50 of the points. I only need 33 points to make to get an A in the class, so I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be good. We're gonna get an A and hopefully another A, but I have to get a 92 on this final to get an A, and I'm kind of just like, I don't really care that much. A B plus is good enough for me. I've had some really, really bad grades. That'll boost my GPA a lot, so I'm fine. Especially if I'm sick now and have a girlfriend, I'm just like, I don't have time to worry about this final. So it'll be good. Yeah, go for it.
We stood in a different corner.
now we darken the room. Kokichi and Shuichi are closest to the candles.
I've been refining one throughout the series. Like, I started after we were about halfway through the anime, I went online and kind of made up one. And then I added the anime characters. Now I'm kind of refining it with V3 characters. I want to have, like, real reasoning behind it all, and it's going to be a little bit hypocritical, because there's characters that I just don't like, even though they're, by all accounts, a reasonable character. Characters that I just do like, even though they're really not that interesting. So, yeah, it's whatever.
Please blow out the candles. You should be able to follow the walls in the dark.
So go back to the corner of the room after it's dark. Okay, got it.
You needn't move, Himiko. There are many gaps in the floor near you.
If you just Google Danganronpa tier list maker, it's like the first option. It's like a website that has all the characters. It has like so many characters on it. It has all the main cast of every game. It has all the captives in Ultra Despair Girls on it. It has like characters from the anime. It has characters from BR0. Like, it has so many options.
Yeah, got it.
Once the room is dark, I will begin the song. Please sing along with me.
I really want to hear them sing the song.
Then, I will call out to Angie. Until she replies, there must be silence.
After the seance is done, Shuichi and I are supposed to light the candles again, right?
Oh,
Correct.
yeah.
I brought matches from the warehouse, so please use those.
Okie dokie, then I'll blow out the candle now.
And it's dark.
I walked up to the closed candle and blew out the flame. The room instantly fell into complete darkness. Pitch black darkness. So dark, I couldn't even see my own body. Becoming my instinctual fear of the dark, I moved along the wall back to my corner. Began the singing.
At last, at long last.
He'll let us all in the caged child song.
Young guard dog and little lost girl, sealed within an iron cage. At mountain's bottom, within the dark
Good thing they all are, like, not, like, tone deaf, because...
How many will there be by dawn? Will there be 2 or just 1?
Thunk!
Will the guard dog run far away, or did it eat the little girl?
She really sounds like Chiaki when she's singing. She really sounds like Chiaki. All I can hear is Chiaki and Teru, or Cork, but I don't hear Himiko hardly at all.
At last, at long last.
We finished singing the song, but I thought I heard an odd sound in the middle of it. What was that?
Say,
He's the caged child, Angie Yonaga. He began calling. Now the medium answers.
What did you just send me, Ryan?
say,
He's the caged child, Angie Yonaga.
Do I need to look at that, Ryan? You just sent me something. Mori? Okay. I'm not doing the trial today, so...
What's going on?
say.
He's the caged child, Angie Yonaga.
What's the matter?
What's wrong? Why won't Angie answer?
Himiko, you done messed it all up!
Hold on.
Himiko, I was very clear that you are not to speak, yes? Something's weird. Why won't she answer? Maybe it failed.
Let's see.
Oh no. Is Tanko dead?
Light the candles
Huh?
briefly. What? Is that okay?
Well,
Just for now. Confused, I walked along the wall back to the candle. Managed to strike a match and light the candle once again.
No!
What's going on? Did it really...
I saw the pink. I saw that pink.
that cannot be.
That shouldn't be the case. The seance was perfect.
What?
The Angie not coming. Then still Tango in there. Tango?
I see, yes.
I told her that she mustn't speak until the spirit enters her. She follows orders well, but how about we let her out for now? Don't you freaking... Great dark arts such as this need to be started and completed the same way. Those who remove objects from the magic circle must be the same who brought them in. If not, the spirit may stay in the medium's body.
Man.
Seeing this house was a failure, I don't think any spirit is sticking around. Whatever.
No, I saw that pink.
Just like setting up. Kyo instructs us how to clean up everything. We're careful to remove everything in exactly the order Kyo directed.
Now, I will remove the sheet.
Should I, Ryan? Should I? Is this the time? Oh, good grief. Don't do this to me. My poor heart. My poor heart aches. Although it is kind of symbolic that I get a girlfriend in the first day. I stream after that, my wife who dies. Kind of symbolic. It's like I don't need her anymore, you know? I love her. Wait one sec. Okay, I'm just gonna open Discord.
Kyo pinched the fabric gently and pulled it aside.
Oh?
Oh?
Wait, what?
Perhaps.
Something is amiss.
Was that the thing? Hold on. Was that it? Hold on. I'm just gonna go look. Hold on. No, I don't want to open. Oh gosh, my computer's gonna overload. Hold on. I accidentally opened Google. Hold on. No, wait. Okay, I'm waiting. My computer is going really, really slow. Hold on. I recognize this. I apologize for this. I did not mean to do this. Give me a hot second. I've opened 5 things that I didn't want to open. Give me a second. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Himiko ran towards the cage in a sprint. Himiko, I told you not to step on the... But she wasn't listening. She jumped onto the cage and... Fueled by desperation, Himiko grabbed the cage, lifted it up, and...
There it is. Okay. Gosh darn it, Ryan, why do you do this to me? Why? Why does my queen must die? Why? Not what I meant to open. That's, lol. That's not what I meant to open. Gosh darn it. Adam?
Crab, 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 Tango is dead. Crab, crab, crab.
I'm not pleased with you, Adam. Thank you for the 500 bits. I am pleased with that. I'm not pleased with Tanko being dead. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Ryan, stop. You're all bullies. Everyone is a bully.
Really?
Who would have thought there'd be another victim during the investigation? Maybe Monophony's green puke was predicting this tragedy.
Hello, Adam, by the way. How are you? How are you doing?
Oh, the puke's color is normal now. I guess it was predicting this.
For now.
Everyone, please assemble in this seance room. It's gonna be a long freaking investigation, isn't it? Good grief. Okay, bye, Adam. You literally came just to do that and then left. Well, thank you for the bits. Gosh darn it.
Second body discovery announcement played.
It didn't take long for everyone to come running. This is, honestly though, this is something that I've wanted to see. Kind of hope there's 2 killers. I hope it's 2 different people. I've wanted to see that for a long time. Where they have 2 killers at the same time. I think that'd be super interesting. I hope it is 2 different people. Bye, Gothic.
What?
How can I be fun? She's dead. But also, goodbye. Thanks for coming. Tanko, seriously.
What is this? How did this happen?
How this happened?
Tanko, Gonta's so sorry. Gonta could protect you. Looks like it's just you and me, Ryan. Shuichi, explain the situation. I thought you were conducting a seance. What happened?
Well, that's...
I don't know. What's happening?
What on earth?
I'm surprised too. I never thought a murder would happen during an investigation. I guess for now you should maybe start the investigation right away?
Say,
For that, I would like to confirm something.
Honestly, Ryan, she's been throwing up death flags for me for a bit. And I'm just kind of less emotionally invested right now in general because I'm sick and I'm just kind of like, oh. Honestly, I'll tell you the truth. Honestly, she lost waifu points after doing her free time events. I like her, but she didn't really have a deep character or backstory or anything. So it's kind of the whole, like, and she wasn't like an Ibuki where she actually made everyone feel good and was like, oh, let me be the positive atmosphere person. She was just kind of there to make jokes about men. She didn't do much for me. Physically, she does a lot for me, but emotionally and, like, character-wise, she really didn't do much for me. So, Sorry. Sorry, Tenko. I love you, but, oh.
The culprit who killed Angie may be a different culprit from the one who killed Tanko, yes?
Huh? If so...
What happens in the event that there are 2 murders by 2 people? What if there are 2 blackened? Will we need to find them both at the class trial?
That's right.
Now that you mention it, that's a good point. What happened in that scenario? I really hope they don't brush over it. Because they, in the first game and the second game, they were like, don't worry about it, it's not the case, don't worry about it. I really hope that is what happened here. Because that would be super interesting to have 4 people die in one chapter. It would be super interesting.
Yeah?
What would happen? Monotone, what would happen? What happened?
Not that.
What? You're the class 2, Monotone? I thought you were gonna run things instead of Daddy.
Never expected something like this to happen. I don't know what to do. Really, I don't know.
Oh man, they're all disorganized. We can't decide the class trial's objective, then we don't know what to investigate. Father always knows what to do. We should ask him for help.
No way.
Have you already forgotten? Daddy's in no condition to help us.
I'm really intrigued by this.
It's all our fault that Daddy ended up like that.
Gokichi just say oof, did he? I'll have to go back and watch that again.
Yeah?
It's all your fault, Monophony. Help! We don't know what to do on our own. Gotta use the power of love. That ought to snap him back to normal.
That won't work. Father is just an empty shell now.
That's right.
That's not true. Anything is possible with the power of love. You don't understand that because you've never been loved before, Monodon. I love you, so please go back to normal. Father! I want to see you, Father. I love you with all my heart. No, you're making me blush. I'm back! Where were you? Were you good while I was away?
Thank you so much, my adorable darling cubs.
He likes the Monokuma. He likes the fake Monokuma. I don't know why that's so funny to me. I don't know why that's so great.
With you running the academy, I was able to fully enjoy my relaxing vacation.
I don't know why that's so funny to me. He's just like, nah, nah, nah.
Oh, that tickles. Father's intense love is getting me all soaked.
Daddy, your tongue feels amazing. This better not awaken anything in me.
I'll take things you can say about your father, but not your boyfriend. I'll take things you can say about your boyfriend, but not your father for 500, Alex. Dude, this is like scenes from a hat from Whose Line Is It Anyway? Things you can say about your Mono Cubs, but not about your Byakuya. I did legitimately need more water, but it was a comedic timing, you know. Am I right? Am I funny? Am I funny? Is that funny? Am I just weird? I don't know. I don't care. Okay. It's not your stream. It's my stream. Shut up.
No.
It is kind of your stream though, because you're the only one here, and frankly, the stream's not fun unless someone's here. So it kind of is your stream.
Man, that vacation was just what I needed. It's important to take time off to relax.
To tell you the truth.
Normally, most companies won't even let you take time off to go on vacation. But I was able to do it. The secret is to just leave, whether you get permission or not. Wait, so then who's this Baldy then?
Yeah?
Oh, just a part-timer I got to cover me while I was gone.
Hey!
Here's your pay like we agreed. Now take it and get out of here.
Why?
I thought you were supposed to be relaxed.
Great. I love it. I love it. I was like, they cannot kill off Monokuma in Chapter 3. I was like, I could see them destroying Monokuma. Right? And I did love Monodon Theater. I did love Monodon taking control. That was great. Okay, that was great. But I was gonna be shocked if that stayed the rest of the game.
Now that that nuisance is out of the way, what were you guys talking about again?
Yeah?
Oh, that's right. What happens to your votes if there are two blackened candidates?
I'll answer that.
Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
Huh?
First come, first served.
Hey,
The blackened who killed the first victim to be discovered will be your target. In other words, if the blackened who killed Angie isn't the same one who killed Tenko, then only Angie's killer will be considered the blackened. What?
What? This goes against everything you've ever preached, Monokuma. This is chaos. This is ensuing chaos, because then we can just keep killing each other, and only the first person matters.
Basically, Tenko's killer wasted a kill, and Tenko herself is a waste of a victim.
I am actually not okay with this. I'm actually upset at this now. I want justice for Tenko's killer. I'm upset. Why did this happen? I'm not okay with this.
now then,
Oh, I'll add this to school regulations, so you can review it later.
go ahead.
I also updated the Monokuma file. Do your best to investigate this murder, too.
Why would you get... What?
Father!
But everything is going so smoothly now that Father's running things again. We just gotta be able to make decisive action. Indecision is just the worst. Daddy! You're glowing like a lamp. There's nothing better than being
Fine with this?
praised by my cute cubs. There's nothing better than spending time with my cute cubs. For as long as you live, I will never let any of you go. He just left us behind while he was saying he'd never let us go. That's why he's so amazing.
Please lick me some more, Daddy.
So long.
Hold on, let me answer the phone. It's my girlfriend. You gotta answer her texts. I like saying that, but it still feels weird. Sorry, hold on, sorry. That's not the button that I want to push. Look at me go. Don't report me. What are you reporting? Don't report me. That was inconvenient timing for her to text, though, right as I'm saying that.
So to make sense of all that,
Listen closely.
both murders have different culprits, then our vote will determine Angie's killer.
Nope.
We don't even know if there is a different culprit, do we?
Let's see.
True, we should investigate Tanko's death as well, just in case.
How exciting!
Finally, things are heating up. I'm getting so excited. You psycho.
Shuichi!
This is bad.
Huh?
This is unquestionably bad. I can't believe Tenko was killed. Everyone's upset and confused. I'm in no shape to help right now.
You know,
So this is where you need to step up.
listen up.
Listen, Shuichi. The impossible is possible. All you gotta do is make it so.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Then let's check the Monokuma file first.
The victim is Tanko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. Gosh darn it.
Now I'm upset that her killer doesn't matter. That upsets me more than anything.
The body was found in the middle of the empty room on the 4th floor. Time of death is approximately 11 a.m.
The victim was stabbed in the back of her neck. What the freak? I don't like that. That's creepy. I don't like that. Same death, same way. I don't like that. She's in the same position. I'm not about that. There's a trapdoor. I'm not about this. Stab wound on her neck. The same as Angie's cause of death.
Doesn't look like it's coincidence. Maybe it's Angie's curse.
Curse?
Jeez.
Not again. Okay, this is whatever. I don't have.
Hey!
This is kind of cute. This is kind of cute. Look at her. She's all like, what are you doing?
What? Curse? Kaito, calm down. No way there's a curse. Don't screw around.
You're the one who's screwing around. Do you want to die?
Ooh! A dull sound reverberated through the room.
Are you okay?
My bad.
My bad, Shuichi. I'm starting to feel bad. For a different reason. I'm gonna get some fresh air, so I'll leave this to you and Maki roll. Ido left the room still a bit wobbly. Should we resume the investigation? Time is of the essence.
That's correct.
True, we haven't time to mourn Tango's death as our own lives are at risk. It's true, but Angie and then Tango. I think earlier I was suspicious of Tango. I'm sorry, Tango.
How can this be?
It's all Gonta's fault. Gonta failed to protect friends again. Gonta, it's not your... Oh my goodness. Boy. Tango's death caught all of us off guard. Everyone is panicking. To keep it together. I have to work harder. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm gonna say this right now. Wild prediction. Wild prediction. I'm not gonna predict Angie's death because frankly it either is or it isn't Cork. Based off of this accidental spoiler. I can see it being him. I'm not opposed to it being him. It's whatever. It's what it is. I think Kokichi killed Tanko. I think Kokichi killed Tanko. That's why the seance didn't work. Because clearly, like, Danganronpa was not one to shy away from the occult. Like, we literally had a ghost in Ultra Spare Girls. That's fine. Kokichi was not in the corner of the room. He left, went downstairs, stabbed her through the thing in the same fashion as Angie's death in order to freak everyone out just because he likes playing pranks and messing around with everyone. He did it. That's my prediction, and he's not going to get punished for it because I don't know if he knew that he would get punished for it, but that's my prediction. Investigation resume.
Well,
it's too dark in here. We can't investigate even if we wanted to.
Got it.
Go to bring candles from other room to make this room bright, okay?
No.
No, that won't be necessary. Don't. It's not necessary at all. Why? Show him, Kibo. Show him your new power. New power?
his eyes lit up. I, Ryoma, the gorgeous girl genius, have installed a new function in Kibo.
Just leave it to me. I will become the guiding light that shines on you all.
That's what Byakuya is. That's what Tugami said. Don't say that. I will guide you all. Oh, gosh darn it. I missed a good line.
Shine on! Shine on, you crazy fucking diamond!
Okay, that's all. I needed that. Man, what a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something.
It's okay.
It's bright now, so we should hurry up and investigate. Okay. Yeah, you're right. It was flashlight. Why is that a truth bullet? Why is that a truth bullet? Why is that a truth bullet? There's a lot to look at in here. Is this investigation going to go on forever? Because, boy, I got places to be. I have a final to take, and I'm not super concerned about it, but geez. I said things that made Tango look suspicious, and now this. I'm sorry, Tango.
Stop it.
Cry later.
What?
Because.
Crying will bring Tango back, and if we don't investigate thoroughly, we'll die too.
Okay.
I need to find the truth and pin down the culprit for Tango and all of us.
I guess.
You're right. Tango would want us to figure it out, so she'd have no regrets. Okay, cool. That would be the best way to apologize. Hey, you were useless, as per usual. It's a wooden dog statue using the seance. I believe it's called the... Oh, God. During the seance, the wooden statue was on top of the cage. It took 4 of us to remove it. Just out in the back of the neck?
And the statue is pretty
If
heavy.
I remember correctly,
Kyo said it was about 175 pounds.
It's about the weight of 2 girls. Boy, maybe in Japan that's the weight of 2 girls, but boy, in America that's like a girl and maybe a half. Maybe a half. I weigh 140 and I am a thin boy. Don't tell me 175 pounds is what 2 Japanese girls weigh. You got some issues, man. Your girl's light. I know they're short, but they light, man. I'm just saying.
What?
What do you know about girls? Have you ever touched a woman besides your mother? Thank you, Maki. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. We're gonna leave it on this lovely screen while I go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh, throat hurts. What?
I'm kidding.
Anyway, I like that I'm kidding as a voice clip of hers. If this heavy thing was on top of the cage, then Tenko wouldn't have been able to get out easily.
okay.
Yeah, you're right about that. That didn't sound like you were kidding earlier. I held hands with Kaede. I know girls. Shut up.
Look at the candle. The lit candle, bro.
Candles hung on the walls are the only source of light in the room. No windows in this room, so without candles it's pitch black. How did the culprit kill Tenko in complete darkness? It's a white sheet we use for the seance. It was placed on top of the cage. Kyo's the one who removed it.
Is this...
This cloth is pretty thick.
So are you, am I right, Maki? I'm sorry.
Similar to a window curtain, but it's completely opaque and on the back. Look, there's a blood stain on it right around the middle of the sheet.
But no hole in the fabric. Which means Tenko wasn't stabbed through the cloth.
Okay.
She was stabbed while underneath the cloth.
It's a magic circle Kyo drew on the floor, well at least it was.
I suppose it's been completely stomped over. I suppose it was unavoidable.
Well...
Was this drawn with salt?
Yes.
Whenever I perform a seance, I always use salt.
What?
Are you feeling alright? You sound ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
I have performed many successful seances. Why, I've even had spirits enter my body.
Right already.
Shut up. I don't want to hear about your stupid delusions. I mean, she knows some of them. She'll just kind of shake her head and be like, oh my gosh. I don't know when you're going to see her, because I am not necessarily going to be like, hey, come watch my streams. She still is kind of weirded out by the whole waifu thing, so it's whatever. It's whatever. She understands what it is, but she's like, whatever, do your thing, I don't care, it's weird, but whatever.
Maki doesn't really beat around the bush, it's kind of refreshing actually.
But...
In any case, with all these footprints, I can't make out the original circle.
So what?
Find out in Kyo's lab, it should be written in the Caged Dog Village document.
Hey.
Isn't that right, Kyo?
Seems depressed. I suppose that makes sense. She made fun of him. She called him a funny name.
Well...
These floorboards seem a little unstable to you. They're tough to walk on.
Floorboards aren't nailed down, they're just lying on top of cross pieces. That's what Gonta told me. That's probably the reason they're a little unstable.
They've only been laid on top. That's why they're unstable.
The boards are fairly thick and sturdy. Kinda, I can't imagine they come loose easily. Kinda,
Is this?
If someone wanted to remove a floorboard, they could easily do so, right?
Okay.
I suppose.
I mean, there was one removed. Why does the top of the cage not matter? Oh well. Oh, now it matters. Gotcha. I'm sorry, what, right? That's amazing. That's amazing.
This is the cage used in the seance.
Looks to be around 3 feet wide, high and 5 feet wide. It's a pretty large iron cage.
Enough for a person to fit inside. In the seance, Kokichi and I covered Tango with the cage. We were supposed to remove it as well. But it's Himiko who rushed in to remove the cage first.
That's an amazing scene, though. I'm excited to see it. Look at this.
Is this?
A blood stain on the bottom of the cage. Probably Tango's blood, right?
That's true.
Yes, I imagine so. This spatter must have been made when she was killed. Not a splatter. It's a spatter.
What do you mean?
Which means Tango was killed while she was inside the cage.
Okay.
I think you're right. Tango went under the cage before the seance. When the cage was lifted after the seance, she was already dead.
Is it correct? The blood spatter? Is that correct? Well, interesting. I didn't actually know that. That's the actual term for it. Huh. Also, why'd you take forensics? I'm not that I'm like, that seems cool, but why'd you take forensics? If she was stabbed right when this cage was lifted, that would explain this blood stain, right?
Huh?
Perhaps she wasn't killed during the seance, but the exact moment the cage was lifted. That is a possibility.
Wait, what? No. There's a stain on the... What? No. Oh, in high school. That's even weirder that they have it in your high school, but okay.
Rock next to Tango's body. This must be... stone marker. That's all I could have just said the stone marker. You had to make yourself small to fit inside the cage. Gosh darn it. Tango's dead body. She took her last breath, crouched over like this. According to the Monokuma file, her only injury is a stab wound to her neck. The wound was fatal. Must have caused instant death. I didn't hear a scream during the seance. Oh, wait.
True.
Tango really keep her mouth shut despite the pain?
Nope.
Her death might not have been instant, but she couldn't have gone far before she let out.
Huh?
What do you mean?
What's the point?
You're concerned about that, right?
Okay.
With a wound this deep, the victim is too shocked to do anything except die.
You're speaking from experience?
That's obvious.
Of course, quick deaths are my specialty.
Well, then that makes sense.
By the way,
The real question is, what was she killed with? I don't see a murder weapon around.
Right, I don't see an obvious murder weapon. That could be a clue.
Gosh darn it, that's not what I meant. That's not what I meant to do. I wanted to click the floorboard. Crooked floorboard.
Ah, this floorboard is loose, kind of like Maki. I'm just kidding.
Sorry.
It's the one right under Tango.
Why is this floorboard loose?
If I remember
It wasn't
correctly,
like this before. It must have come loose during the seance.
Would it come loose during the seance?
but
Floorboard this thick and heavy wouldn't have come loose easily. Someone must have loosened it on purpose.
A lot of questions I have. A lot of questions I have about this whole situation. Particularly, I'd like to get vengeance from my girl.
hey!
Himiko, be strong, Himiko.
What if you shake Himiko that much, she's going to break?
What?
You're not talking. It's like Himiko not even here. Yeah, I'm not gonna read all these voices. They're killing me.
Himiko.
Alright, Gonta, what do you got, boy?
Why?
And Tanko.
Can this be?
Gonta's so ashamed. Gonta no could protect friends. Gonta, it's not your fault. Stop.
Leave it to me.
I will become the guiding light that shines on you all. Alright, let's talk to Weirdo.
That cannot be.
I know.
Why did this?
I knew it.
Kyo, I know the murder was pretty
But
shocking. Of course, but I am shocked about that as well. But why did the seance fail? We performed all of the steps flawlessly. Seems more concerned by that than the murder.
Ah, yes.
Oh, if we performed the cage childs again and summoned Tenko's spirit this time.
Stupid.
Cut the crap. Just tell me what happened during the seance. Both you and Shuichi were present, right? Did she get killed during the seance?
I see.
There was the
yes.
clunk, the noise.
It may be best to move past what happened to know why the seance failed.
Is that so?
Whatever, just hurry up.
At the time, in order to begin the seance, we had Tenko, the spiritual medium, position herself as a turtle within the magic circle so her head touched the marker stone. Then Shuichi and Kokichi placed the cage over Tenko. After that, I placed the white cloth over the cage. Then all four of us placed a wooden statue of the dog god atop the cage. Afterwards, we stood in the four corners of the room. Kokichi and Shuichi blew out the candles. Finally, we all sang the caged child song. The seance should have been complete, but...
Now that you mention it, I remember hearing a strange sound during the song. A really loud sound.
It's a mystery to me as well. I thought someone may have tripped, perhaps.
That was a pretty loud sound for someone tripping. Perhaps Kyo knows
What do you
something.
mean?
And then what happened?
Yes.
We called out to her, but no reply came. I had Shuichi and Kokichi relight the candles. And then we removed all the items from within the magic circle in the opposite order. First, all four of us removed the dog god statue. Next, I took off the white cloth, and then... Himiko ran over to the cage, and the moment she lifted it...
And it sounds like Tenko was definitely killed during the seance.
But would it not be difficult in such darkness? Besides, she was inside the cage, yes.
Then when was she killed?
Well, that's...
Yeah, that is a problem.
I see.
There
yes.
is another problem.
How?
And that is, why ever did the seance fail? I simply cannot figure it out.
Perhaps.
Maybe someone moved from their corner. Did someone else sneak in here?
What's the point?
Obviously, since this seance was clearly a sham. Maki was never one to pull her punches. Sound during seance. I think someone moved from the corner. I genuinely think Kokichi moved from the corner and stabbed her. This investigation is over and shut. It's all thanks to me for giving Kivo his new function. Now then, how dare you? Mew, right now you are currently number 2, but how dare you? As for that, Maki's number 2. You're number 3. You've lost points. What are you stupid who signed up to do the seance in the first place?
No.
No, not necessarily. Seriously, the seance was clearly set up to lure her in and kill her. How could someone who wasn't in the room kill her?
Could it be...
So you believe that Tenko was killed during the seance?
Fucking moron!
There's no other possibility! Did you even know that? It's true that Tenko was alive before the seance began. Tenko answered Kyo, so at that point she was most certainly alive. The candles would be lit. She was big dead! That means she was killed in the dark. I'm positive. What time exactly was Tenko killed after the candles were blown out? That may be an important point of this case. Alright, let's talk to Mr. Crazy Boy.
What a lame function. You should have made him like a transformer or something.
That's it? That's all we're doing. That was it. That was the moment. No one in this room. It's pitch black. How the celebrity can't go in complete darkness. I'm missing something. What am I missing? What didn't I do? I'm missing something. Hold on. What am I missing? I'm missing something, right? What on earth could it have been? Oh, it's the hole in the corner. I didn't see that. Sneaky, sneaky.
Small opening in the corner of the room. Doesn't look big enough for a person to get through, but still.
A hole. Looks like there's space under here too. Oh, hold on. I can see something down below. It looks like something dropped down there.
What? Something dropped down there? Was something dropped from here? It was dropped down there. Was something dropped from here?
Hey.
After we check everywhere else, why don't we go under the floor and see for ourselves?
Right, let's do it.
Seems pretty dark down there. What should we use for a light?
That's true.
Let's bring a candle. Kibo's light from up here, that should be fine.
Okay.
Then I'll go get a candle. Remove that floorboard so we can go down.
Okay.
Okay, got it. I pulled off some of the floorboards near the hole and took the candle from Aki. Then carefully made our way through the hole and under the floor. Oof. A lot more spacious than I thought. You can move pretty easily on all fours.
Okay.
Let's look around for clues.
It'd look pretty stupid if we found no clues after crawling around in this dusty place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I smack something? Blah, sickle? Excuse me, the freak? First of all, I love that we're just destroying this. Like, we are going to die. This floor is going to come crashing down on us. But I have never seen an actual sickle ever in my life ever. And I could do without seeing one. That'd be pretty cool. I could do without that. That'd be great. Oh, we got rid of the light too. Great, cool. Well, we've destroyed the we've destroyed all the support that this floor above us has, as well as our only source of light. So now let's investigate. Let's start with this one. Oh my gosh. Stop.
Some of the wood is corroded and is broken off, so you can see in the next room.
Hey.
This is the wall of the empty room, right? Looks like there's wood along the wall. This part is rotted away.
Looks like natural rot. This hole wasn't made intentionally.
Yeah, I'll definitely keep it on my to-do list. It seems fun.
I can get in the next room through here.
If I remember correctly, the room next door is also empty, right? And the culprit could have gone from room to room by moving under here instead of using that hallway.
No.
True, but it would have been difficult moving around under the floor. We did alright because we had a light. Without that, it'd be pitch black. That might make it impossible to move around in there.
And they could have used a light like we're doing right now.
Well.
True. Use the light to move around under the floor? Is that possible? Look, part of the crossbeam towards the floorboard's cut off.
That's true.
Near the loose floorboard, and the portion missing is about the same width, too. From what I can see of it.
That's true.
It wasn't broken off naturally. This was cut by someone. There should be saws in the warehouse, so they could have used that. The question is why?
Another crosspiece supporting the floorboards. That might not fall if this portion is missing. I cannot speak. I'm losing my mind. This is going way longer than I thought it would. So what purpose did this serve? I mean, granted, I also didn't expect a second death, but... Let's look at the dried blood.
There's blood stain on the ground underneath the loose floorboard. It's pretty far from where Tango's blood. Why is there blood here?
Hey.
Back of this floorboard has blood on it, too.
Right, there's a little bit of blood on the underside of this floorboard.
Tango's blood spattered here when she got killed.
That's true.
I wonder, I can't really be sure yet.
Okay.
Blood stains here are completely dry. There must be some reason these stains are particularly dry.
Okay. This is weird. Okay, we're rolling with this.
Dripping from the gaps in the floorboards. Fresh blood. It definitely tastes like Tango's.
I'm sorry, that was a very bad joke. I'm sorry. That was the worst.
And there's a sickle here. There's blood all over it.
Okay.
Blood on the sickle is fresh. This is it. This is the murder weapon.
Is this?
This came from my research lab. There was a sickle?
Huh?
Well,
Dead. A sickle can be used to assassinate a target. It can be thrown without losing any lethality. You can hide it under your clothes,
Well.
too. She's attacked by this. She wouldn't stand a chance. The blade is about 6 inches. Hey, Maki, you know what else is about 6 inches?
that's right.
And since Tenko was in the cage, she wouldn't have been able to defend herself. I'm just gonna start making him say really lewd things to Maki, and just have her brush over it.
But
But if this is our murder weapon, how did the culprit attack Tenko in the cage? Could it reach her
That's
neck?
true.
It's not impossible? Her posture's the question. If the weapon is down here, the culprit must have thrown it away, right?
that's true.
Perhaps after killing Tenko, the culprit threw the sickle under the floor in the dark. Or they could have been under the floor at the entire time. Either of those is possible. Oh gosh. I think we finished investigating here.
Is that all right?
Aki, you want to head back up? Glad you asked. I was starting to get fed up with all this dust. Why is she so great? Into our investigation.
By the way,
I've only been investigating this room. You sure that's wise?
Huh?
You mean
because
Angie and Tenko are different killers than the Black and White
You're
Wolf
right.
is. The culprit for the first murder, Billy Angie. That's what Monokuma said.
then
So instead of investigating Tenko's death, shouldn't we be investigating Angie's?
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
But
It's bigger than the killing game. For the sake of the two who died, I need to reveal the truth of both their deaths. Well, I understand why you feel that way, but if you plan on investigating the crime scene again, we should probably hurry. Okay. Let's go investigate the other. Can I hang on a sec? Yes? Don't tell me another person's about to be dead right now. Don't you say this to me, Ryan. Don't you say this. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Who the freak else is gonna die? Ryan. 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 I don't have energy for this. Ryan, how could they do this to me? I wasn't in the room. Everyone was there, were they not? Were they not? What the freak? What the freak?
It's a lie!
Oh, it didn't. I'm sorry. I forgot to change the... I forgot to change the setting. I'm sorry. I forgot to change the settings. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Ryan. Either way, it's more surprising than I could ever imagine unfolded. Cuttlefish. Cuttlefish.
It's a lie!
Oh boy. I'm glad it's a lie. Why are you making a lie up? I surprise you? Were you gonna scream and cry in terror? You freaking jerk. You little piece of garbage.
Huh?
What are you doing? I don't like you.
Oh?
Oh, sorry. I'm just a little lightheaded from the blood loss. Yeah, this is real blood.
Why?
Okay, so what are you doing? I got curious about something, so I decided to search the empty room next door. Then, suddenly, I stepped through the floorboard.
Huh?
Stepped through a floorboard?
So mean.
Jeez, that got me good. Because of this, I tripped and it felt pretty hard.
got a minute?
If you're gonna lose consciousness, do it after you tell us everything.
Ah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. I guess there was no crosspiece supporting the floorboard, so I kind of stepped through. Well, it might be because I smacked all the things, the pillars under there. That might be why you fell through. What bad luck. Crosspiece was gone. Does that mean...
Huh?
For a second, I thought it was the boom bong ding bong, the death thing, but it wasn't. 2 deaths and 1 investigate. Kokichi's actually dead. This is Kokichi's ghost.
Killing game fans, hold your head high and watch with your own 2 eyes.
I'm watching.
Baseball, soccer, mobile games, they're all nothing compared to the killing game. The killing game just can't be beat. Behold, students, the entrance to the trial grounds.
What about it? I guess time's up.
Oh man, it's because you guys. I didn't have enough time to check something. What were you trying to check?
See?
I wanted to research the seance again, so I brought this document with me, but unfortunately, I couldn't find anything new that could be used as a clue. Kyo perfectly reenacted the seance as what was written in the document. He drew his magic circle the same exact way as in this picture. Not only that, he used the same exact tools, too. Nothing suspicious about the whole thing. Well, I wanted to check the finer details, but I'll tell you about it later. At the class trial, so see you there. Kokichi left, the blood loss clearly affecting his footing a bit. Bloody Kokichi's been added to the truth blood section. Let's go too.
That's true.
Yeah, okay. Is Maki nervous? I see, so even she gets nervous sometimes. What are you staring at? Do you want to die? I'm staring at your face, because it's really pretty. I'm sorry, I think you're pretty.
Alright, to the trial grounds. Just follow him. It's fine. If he dies, it's whatever. He'll make it. He'll be fine. It's fine. Well, I'm gonna go to the trial grounds, do everything that I need to do beforehand, and then we'll stop. Because you know how it goes. You know how it goes. I got stuff to do. I got a final to take. I just need to get an 80 on the final. So hopefully I can do that. We'll see. But yeah. We're gonna go do it. So it'll be fun. I am gonna do it tomorrow. I know I said I don't have an extra 4 hours. Unfortunately, no, I do not. We'll figure. I didn't think this was gonna take so long. I was doing this on the assumption that this would be about an hour. Hour and a half, which is usually what the investigations are. I mean, I guess it's only an hour 50. That's not that much longer than I was expecting, but I wasn't quite prepared for another death to happen. I will say, I am glad I didn't have this spoiled, because while I did have killers spoiled for me, all of the deaths have been a legitimate surprise for the most part, and I like that. I like that quite a bit. I mean, I don't like that she's dead. Tanko, the first, like, waifu victim. But it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna get through it. We'll survive together. We're gonna get through it. So yeah, tomorrow I will start off. I'll probably grind some, hit and run, whatever it's called, off screen. It's the best chapter ever. Shut up, Ryan. You shut up.
It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less and less of us.
Oh.
As friends mean it that much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonka.
Yeah, I want to do his best to help.
I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaido idiot level.
What?
What's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
Tendency to kill off the best character and the worst character, but this one killed off 2 of the worst. Oh, Ryan. I will say, to their credit, every chapter 3 has killed off a good character, at least, in my opinion. Good, like, not good as in, like, written well, but good as in, like, you're a decent person. Like, Hako was a decent person. Ibuki was a good girl, you know? I don't know.
Are you okay, Kaido?
Yeah, I'm feeling better now, but wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch. It's your fault.
You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only
Them have died so far.
I know it's a tall order, but try to use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine.
Booyah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Rest in peace.
Atua, please, lend us your power.
But
It may be difficult for us to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved most of all.
Well, you know.
You shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. Seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also...
So what? Robots can't believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble. How long are you gonna say that for? Two and ghosts don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, this trial's time's gotta be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
This trap?
That's right.
He probably made the fourth floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating. Shut up, Kaido.
All right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Hey, so...
Shuichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say? Alright, let's talk to them all, smack some stuff around, save the game, and then we will go on our merry way. I will tell you right now, though, I haven't saved since before the stream started. If the game crashes, I am not redoing any of it. I will do it all on my own time tomorrow. I will redo it all at work, and I will come back to a freshly made investigation. If it crashes trying to save, I'm not going to worry about it, so... Let's go right to left. So I like doing corpse voice, and I want to save it for last. Atua and ghosts don't matter right now. The culprit is among us. I'm not going to read hers because her voice is hurting my throat a lot. Everyone's sad. Don't be sad. Want to do his best to help. Great, glad. Thanks, Gonta.
Please wait.
It's true, though I do not know if it can be attributed to God per se. I can hear an inner voice guiding me when I don't know what to do. I can't explain why, but I believe that voice will lead me to hope as long as I listen to it. Shut up! Why is a robot talking about God anyway? It's unseemly.
You're so dumb.
I'm glad you like Maki. I'm glad. Inner voice is probably just a radio or something, like in taxis and stuff.
That is not funny.
It was unwise of me to confide in you all. Oh boy.
Listen up.
Jeez, your brains. Okay. That's the same thing. Great. Love it. Kaido. That's not what I wanted to click on. Kaito Momota.
Damn.
Trial could be rough since I couldn't do any investigating. I respected Angie and Tango so much since the moment we met.
Shut up!
Nothing's gonna be solved by crying about it.
All right already.
Besides, that was a lie, wasn't it?
It's a lie.
Yep, you guys have me figured out already, so there's no point in keeping up the act. Kishi never changes no matter what situation he's in. He's a dummy. I did the seance fail. I never did figure out why. I see he's still more interested in that than the case. It's a distraction! Okay, well, that's it. That's that. Thanks for coming in, Ryan. Tomorrow will be much more exciting. Are you free tomorrow? I don't really particularly, it's not like, I appreciate you all being here. It's not the end of the world if you have something going on. But, if you are free, and you want to, hear, that'd be great. You could send me the, video. Same time as usual on Wednesdays. Probably about 5-ish my time. 5 or 6-ish my time. So yeah, about 5-ish. Do the trial. And, the next stream will probably be Friday? Not Friday. I don't know. Life is gonna be weird now. I have a girlfriend. I don't know. I'll be busy more, but I'll let you guys know. I'll keep you posted for sure. Wednesdays are going to be consistent. Tuesdays, probably consistent. In the summer, the goal is to have Tuesday, Wednesday evenings consistent, and then Saturday at some point consistent. Friday, I might be more busy now that I actually have someone who wants to be around me.
So Fridays are going to be up in the air, kind of like always. There'll be a little bit, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday will be for sure. Saturday's usually probably in the afternoon. Tuesdays and Wednesdays about 5 my time. That's the goal. So, thanks for being here. I'll see you tomorrow. Sorry I didn't actually show any of the videos of the deads. My bad. I will. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.